Here's today's truth. Fear is a lie, and it's time we stop giving it a microphone. Because if you really look back, God has always provided, not once, not sometimes, always, especially today. Especially today, because you are here. So that is what is today's daily truth. It's about the fact that fear for everything that you have in your life that you're fearful for is a lie. God will always provide. That's what today's daily truth is going to be about. Before I get started, we had a webinar last night. We got another one coming up on the 15th. I would love to see you there. Again, that is September 15th. All you got to do is go to getbetteratspeaking.com. It is free. Also, if you go to doubledownspeaking.com, we have a 30-day trial right now, 30 days trial with which is partially because I'm in and out the next couple weeks and we're having guest people on Wednesday nights. Well, Henry's one of them. Anywho, if you go to doubledownspeaking.com and use half off, you will get locked in at the half off price for as long as you want to be a member of the Double Down Speaking community, which includes the Wednesday night classes. I call them, probably against the rules and regulations of licensing, whatever, I call it Toastmasters on steroids. But what it really is, speaking with intention. It is a speaking workshop / mini mastermind. And then there'll be some other stuff to being a part of that community. So go to doubledownspeaking.com for that. What else? If you go to my Instagram at Anthony Michael Russo, you'll see all the different links, including the Make Wellness Bio Precision Peptides. Got to do the mandatory flex. Woke up this morning for an early morning run. Please do me a favor. Like this video, share this video, do all the things with this video. If you like good, delicious, tasty, healthy, clean water, go to Century H2O, spelled with an S, and use Russo 10 at checkout. And if you like any of the gear that we have, please go to that Instagram, find the link, and use Truth for 20% off at checkout. Do me a favor. I've missed a few days. So therefore, the algorithm isn't in my favor. So I need you to like and share this video. Put in the comments what made you smile today. What made you smile? Put it in there. My morning run, the sunrise this morning. Woo, if that doesn't make you smile, I don't know what will. Last night's webinar was great. Definitely took some notes of some things that I'm looking forward to changing for the second one. It was a great learning experience. Got to see a testament to what we do is the people that have gone through the programs were all in, many of them were in attendance to check out what the webinar was about in support and get a refresher. And it's really great to see that that our team, me, Henry, we've made an impact on people to the point where they're always looking for whatever we put out there. They're super fans and they're amazing human beings. And they're also amazing speakers as well, willing to share their story. And that's what the Monday webinars are. Your story is your superpower. So sign up for that. All right, we got a couple people watching. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've got some food stuck in my teeth, which is ironic. Hold. The reason I say it's ironic is when I was running this morning, little side note, two things before I get started. When I was running this morning, something was put on me to fast for the next couple days. So I'm doing a coffee water fast. I'm hosting an event in Frisco tomorrow night. And I know there's probably going to be free food, and that is my kryptonite. So I think that one of the things I have to test out is to just I'm not going to eat until Thursday. That's what I'm going to do. So if you want to join me, have at it. But it was a surprise to me when I was running this morning. I'm like, I feel like I'm being told to not eat for a couple days. So that was it. One other thing I want to go back to last week when I talked about the video about America having a problem. I talked about the shooting in Minnesota. And I do the what made you smile today. And I don't know if I properly explained one area. There was some feedback on it. And I was like, that's not what I was looking for. When I was trying to say the issue, the only, I said the only thing that could potentially make me smile. And I was like, it's still not something to smile about. It was a little bit confusing. I talked about the fact that it was unfortunate, but only 2 children died. It could have been a lot worse. Instead of what made me smile today, that should be the silver lining in it all, was the fact that since he used a gun from the outside, it allowed the lockdown procedures to work, and it could have been a lot worse. That's definitely nothing to smile about, but it is a silver lining in what was a very tragic experience. So that's one thing I wanted to change, because I was like, somebody said something, I watched it later, and it kind of made me cringe, and there's something that need to be changed. But let's go back to today's daily truth. So as I said, the concept today is that fear is a lie, faith is the truth. It's time we stopped giving the fears in our life the microphone to somebody that talks about using your voice, being heard, telling your story. Why do we keep sharing the fears? We can share the past, our mistakes, our lessons, the things that we can take with us and learn from. But instead, we are giving an internal microphone to all the fears, forgetting that God always provides. Maybe not in the exact time frame that you want it to, but God always provides. If we get into scripture, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. That is 2 Timothy 1:7. Even though I walk through the valley, one of my favorites, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, as you are with me. Psalm 23:4. This isn't necessarily the proverbial death like you're about to die. This is darkness. This is tough times. This is turmoil, tribulation. God is with us. He is our shepherd. Fear isn't from God. Faith is from God. Having faith in God controls, it neutralizes fear. If you want to neutralize fear, have faith. Fear screams worst case scenarios, while faith remembers who is in control. So I want you to take a look at your own life. I want you to think about it. How many times did you worry about something that never happened? I am guilty of this. It will happen, but I daily have to shut this. I'm going to bring up the whole conversation. I had a conversation with Kelly because we talked about our animals and the sadness that fills us often about thinking about when they have to pass, whether it's with a horse or with June being sick and going back and forth and now spending almost $10,000 on making sure that she is getting the best care that she can and getting well. Woody's only 5 years old, and I think about the fact that there's going to be a time I'm going to be without him and how difficult that is. And the difference is when I get in that mindset, I let it sit for a couple seconds and I immediately turn it off. I have a switch. I have the switch that allows me to move past it, whereas Kelly does not have that switch. Her switch makes her feel worse and worse and worse until there's a rock bottom in that sensation. That's a very difficult place to put yourself in. So we have to stop worrying about things that never happen. How many storms did God carry you through that you thought would drown you? So there's so many times that we think of the worst case scenario. You can prepare for things. It's always smart to prepare for when things get bad. You put yourself through the pain just in case. But when it comes to our mentality and the way we look at life, we drown ourselves in these storms that never actually happen. Fear forgets, faith remembers. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Fear forgets. I think the best way to say that is we forget fear. Faith is something, I think this is the better way to say that. We should be forgetting the fears in our life, but remembering how faith has always kept us going. Fear tends to be the loud sound in your ears, but it's empty. Faith is quiet, yet at the same time, if you let it play out, it's always undefeated. God didn't bring you this far to abandon you in your time of need as long as you have faith. And even if you don't have faith, if you look for something, he'll show himself to you. So let go of fear, walk in the spirit he actually gave you of power, love, and a sound mind. So remember, fear is a lie. Faith should be your default setting. That's what I got for you guys today. That's the daily truth. Aesthetic coffee sip, as Kelly likes to call it. Again, I would love for you to join me. Please join me on my my next free webinar. That's the free stuff we've got. We've got a couple classes coming up. We've got our 8-week class coming up starting in the beginning of October that we're filling seats for. The boot camp is coming up the end of September, also filling that. If you want to check that out as well, speakingbootcamp.com. Double Down Speaking on Wednesday nights. So if you want to be a part of the community at a very inexpensive price, as of September 7th, there is a cutoff on the half off. September 7th, there's a cutoff. So if you want to use half off to get a permanent locked in price in the community of only $15 a month, which will continue to go up as the community gets bigger because we can't have, it's got to be somewhat limited. So go ahead and check out all of those things. And as always, of course, go to my Instagram. I'm flexing for a reason. Make Wellness BioPrecision Peptides are on there. All the different things at Anthony Michael Russo. You'll see the links. Have a great rest of your day. God bless. Don't surrender your pets. Don't be a garbage human being, and take it easy.